Hello everybody, welcome back. It's your boy Zo Bad Blood Collectibles, and yes, today on the channel we do have Mezco 112 exclusive White Ranger. Yes, it's time for some White Ranger Tiger Power, and I do have to say Mezco blew this thing out the waters. This is freaking awesome. So, before we go any further, please give this video a like. Also, subscribe to the channel, help this channel grow. Let's reach 2,000 subscribers. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Tommy the White Ranger. It's Morphin time. Boom. Here we are, you guys. This thing is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. This dude, I think Mezco killed it. I mean, they did such a great job with this figure. I fell in love with it. This is probably one of my best figures in my Mezco collection now. And I say about almost every Mezco figure I get sometimes, but this one right here it gets me excited because Mezco is coming out with the other 5, and once the other 5 come come up for sale, I'm definitely gonna try to get mine. Even though I had to get off the secondhand market because of this dude right here. I kind of regret not getting the Green Ranger, you guys, because I could have got him. I passed up on him, and after seeing this dude, I was like, you know, I'm going to get that white one because that white and gold just looks dope. And I finally went out here and got it, and now I'm like, man, I need to go back and get the Green Ranger. So I'm definitely going to put in an order and try to get the Green Ranger, and definitely try to get the other 5 once that come out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very expensive, so I'm trying to get my money right so I could be able to get those figures. So with that being said, let's go ahead and turn on the light here. Let's get rid of these lights that I was taking photos with earlier, and we're gonna get rid of that one. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one right here, and then let's go ahead and turn that one off, and boom, we got the White Ranger Tommy. Yes, it's time for some White Tiger power, and yes, this dude is just freaking awesome. Off the back, we do have his beautiful iconic suit. We do have the gold kicking in, looking really nice. We also have the black just looking so beautiful with the gold and the black mixed together. And then I love, a lot of people may not agree with me, but I think the medallion, like the centerpiece right here, that gold plate that is bronze, I think that looks awesome. A lot of people say, oh no, it should have been the same color, it should have been gold. But with me, I am fine with the color that it is. I actually like it and prefer it that way, because not only do we get this bronze, we also get this piece right here that is bronze, and it matches each other. So that is freaking awesome. And then the sign itself, the White Tiger sign, looks really nice. So then you get this belt right here. The belt looks really nice as well. We get the gold things right here, his arm brace right here. They look really nice. They can be annoying, keep that in mind, because these things do fall down, but I didn't have a problem when I just pulled them back up. When I'm taking photos with this thing, this is a smooth figure. And then we get this gold right here on the shin guards right here. These are really nice, and you got the zipper going through the whole suit right here. We got zipper right here, zipper here, zipper in the back here, and then we also get the zippers on the other side as well. This is just really nice. Look at that. You can even see the zipper right here for the and the black, with the black right there. That is freaking awesome. So Mezco did not miss a beat with this figure. And then right here we do have the latches for the helmet right here. That is really nice. That is dope right there. And then you see on the other side as well. And look at the head sculpt on Tommy right here, the White Ranger. Let me zoom out just a little bit so we get a closer look at the helmet right here. The helmet looks so dope. This thing is just a freaking awesome figure. I mean, there's not a lot to go over as far as the overall look of him, but man, just looking at this dude is just freaking awesome, you guys. Freaking awesome. So there he is right there. We got this dude standing here. For the overall look, I do have to give this dude, I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a 10 for the overall look. Just having him stand there, when you're taking photos with this dude, he does so well with photos. Like, it makes you want to just keep taking photos all day long, because that's how great he is, especially with the articulation, which we'll go over in a minute. But let's go ahead and go over the accessories department, and let's see how he fares up with his accessories. So here we go off the bat. Let's go ahead and start off with this head sculpt right here. Here's Tommy's head sculpt. A lot of people say it's Steven Seagal. I actually think it's Tommy, but an older version of Tommy. I don't know which version they're going with. Are they supposed to be in high school? I don't know. But I just know that this one looks like an older version of Tommy right here. In the photos that I took with the shadow going on, he does look like Tommy. Not so much without the shadow as I'm looking on my phone. It doesn't look like Tommy exactly. But in the photos, some reason, he looks like Tommy. But I don't mind. This is freaking awesome. So we do get that head sculpt right here. He has the black bandana right, the black tie right there. And it still looks nice. It's just like an older version of Tommy and not Steven Seagal. So I'm hoping not him. Please, not him. And then we get Salva's head right here. Let's go over this. Go over the sword. But we do get Salva's head right here. This is the one that's the beam effect. I'm going to show that off as well. Here it is right here. We do get these beam effects. You can barely see it, but it is really, really nice. And then let's go over the swords now. We're bringing out two swords. We do have two Salva swords. One is shorter than the other, and one is bigger all the way around, and the other one's smaller. But both of their heads do come off. As you can see, I already popped that one off by accident, so I got to get that one because it fell on the floor. And then we also have this one right here. So before we go into it, let's go ahead and put this on this one right here, since this one already fell off. And it's real easy, real simple, but you might want to be careful to not break the beams that's coming out of the eyes right there of the Salva sword. But there it is right there, as you can see it. Boom. You just swap the head off like that, and you have him doing his beam effect as he's holding his sword like that. And that is freaking awesome. Then if you look at the sword is just done so nice. Look at that. We got the gold kicking in there. We got the black, the silver, and then we also got another silver right here. It's just beautiful figure. Very beautiful figure. And I think the white makes this figure pop. I really do love the white, but the gold and the black, this is just a beautiful figure. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like the White Ranger that much, but having this figure in hand, it just made me fall in love with this figure a whole lot. I can't even put him down, you guys. I couldn't even put it down. So here we are with the regular head on this big one right here. There's more detail on here. You can see the silver on there. He got his head right there. And then on the smaller version as well, the head does come off, and there it is as well. And this one's not as detailed as the other one. As you can see, there's silver in the other one, but in this one, not so much. And that's because one is smaller than the other. I don't know why they did that. I'm still kind of confused on that. But with what I did was I just had one in the sheath right here in the holding for the sword, because this goes on its waist right here. I took the smaller one and then just put it on there whenever I didn't use it. And then whenever I did use it, I used the bigger one. But keep in mind, we do have some effects pieces for these swords as well. I did only use, I think, one of them in the photos, but I'm still going to be taking more photos, so stay tuned for that. I will drop a whole video, nothing but photos of the White Ranger. But we do have this effect right here. You just take the sword and just put it in there like that. Boom. And then boom, you have your swipey right there. Swiper, no swipey. And then we also have this one, which I believe is for the shorter one. This one right here, you could just go in like this. So they all have their, like, each sword has two accessories, I guess. But it's up to you what you choose. I know the blade is smaller on this one. This one is bigger. Or I think it's the other way around. This one is longer. This one is bigger. Yeah, either way. But anyways, that is what it is. Hard to explain. But we also get these two effects as well. So we get 4 lightning effects for his swords. And that is freaking awesome. We get beautiful swords. Now we also get another sword, and that is the power sword here. Very beautiful sword right there. Looking really, really nice. The power sword. And then we also get these lightning effects that goes with it, which I really do love a lot. We get yellow, red, pink, and blue. Would have been dope if we would have got a black and white lightning effect as well, but these will work. They'll give you directions on how to use these as well. I already know how to use it. You just put them on according to the color with the red one sticking in the middle, and boom, you got your lightning effect. And now, last but not least, let's go and go over the hand accessories. And his hand department, they did not fail with that either. We do got these karate chop hands right here. Boom. And you will see these all in the photos because I definitely used every last one of them. And then right here we do have his tiger claws, I call them. His knuckles where you have his hands like that, where he's knocking someone out with his hands. And I'm hitting the camera, hitting the light. And then we also have two holding hands. Now you can hold each sword in both hands. You could do either one, whichever one you prefer. But then we get the Sava holding hand, and it only comes with one of these. And this is to hold Sava as he's shooting his eyes out, or to carry the sword upside down. This is what you're going to use this hand for right here, which is nice, which you'll see in the photos as well. And then last but not least, we're going to get my favorite, which are these right here. These are his hands that he use a lot. It's Morphin time. You know how they do. You know how they do. See. But there they are right there. We do get these nice, beautiful hands here. So that is freaking awesome. And that is it for the accessories. So this is a dope piece right here. And I will put the sword on in a second. But let's go ahead and go over the articulation of this figure. So the overall rating that I'm going to give for his accessories, definitely going to be a 10. Should I have done better than that? I don't think you can get any better than that. I mean, he comes with a lot. He looks great. So overall look, he's getting a 10. And then with the accessories, definitely going to give him a 10. Luckily for me, I've been trying to keep my figure as clean as possible. There's no dirt spots. I've been keeping my hands clean. And I've been taking a bunch of photos and nothing got dirty. And neither did I get any hairballs anywhere. So I'm really happy for that. Even though I might put them back in a box and wait until I get the other Rangers before I really put them on a shelf, because I don't want them to get dirty. But other than that, it's just a freaking awesome figure. So with the articulation, this dude could look up really, really good. Look at that. That is awesome right there. And then he could look straight, and then he could look down really good as well. This dude could tilt sideways that way. He could look sideways as well, sideways. No problem here. This dude got a great ball joint here on the neck piece right here, so you ain't gotta worry about that. And then because he has a vest on, just keep that in mind. He does have a vest on, so the articulation, even though he has great articulation, just be careful and be mindful of that. So you're not gonna get a lot. You're not gonna go straight up with this dude only because the vest block it, but it makes up for it with the swivel at the biceps. So we get a nice swivel here with the biceps. No problem doing what I need to do with this figure. He does it all and is very, very smooth, very, very nice. He has great articulation. We have a swivel here. I don't know if he's on butterfly joints or not. I don't know, but I know he has a swivel here. He has double jointed elbows as well. We get the regular Mezco joints that we get for their wrists. Also for the legs, this dude is double jointed as well. Look at that. Boom. This dude can almost kick his butt. So whenever you can do that, you know you got a great figure here. And then the ankle rockers are done really, really nice as well, as you can see here. Boom. So that is freaking awesome. And then we do get the ab crunch and everything. You could go about that much here. Not so great. I think it could have been done a little bit better, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Here it is right here again. And then you can tilt this guy sideways as well. And then you can tilt him sideways like that. So as far as the articulation goes, this dude has great articulation. Let's see if we can get this dude in his tiger pose. This is one of my favorite poses that I like to do with this dude. I like to use these hands. Whoops, I just knocked over something. Very hard to do all this stuff when you're recording it. It's so much easier when I don't have my phone in the way. And I could just pose these things up any way I want and do my thing. Here we go right here. So I got this dude like this looking crazy right now. A lot of people leave their figures like this when they're reviewing their figure. It looks very ugly, but I like to do mine really, really nice. So let's get this dude in a nice pose. And then I'll give you my overall thoughts about this figure right here. Let's get this dude. I think it's something like this. And then we get him like this. And we're going to put his hands up. See if we get his hands up. And you can't tell me this is Tommy right here. This looks just like Tommy right there. Tommy the White Ranger. That looked just like him. this suit right here, you could tell that this is Tommy's. This is the version that Mezco went with. Is Tommy style Power Ranger, the White Ranger, and it just looks really, really nice. That looks freaking awesome. So overall, I do have to say Mezco did a really great job with this figure, you guys. I had a ton of fun taking photos with this dude. As you see in the photos, we got Tommy just beating up everyone, trying to fight Rita, looking for Rita, so you can find the other Power Rangers in the photos. And he is just so smooth. He's real easy. The articulation is great on this dude. You ain't got to worry about messing up this figure. One thing I do have to say is make sure your hands are clean. Make sure you're not wearing no oil or nothing in with your hands, because you definitely don't want to get this dirty. Definitely don't want to get this figure dirty at all. But this is a nice pickup right here, and I am so glad that I listened to my conscience and actually got this figure. This figure is freaking dope right here. I just had so much fun. He's a fun figure, and I'm so excited for the future, because when they bring out the other Power Rangers, I think it's gonna be epic. When you have all 6 Power Rangers standing next to each other, maybe 7 if you want to add the Green Ranger. I'm still gonna try to get that dude, even though he's gonna be expensive. This figure right here was not cheap either. Shout out to Gio for getting this thing for me. I didn't have to go through eBay, so I got it a little bit cheaper, a lot cheaper. Probably on Amazon would have been even more expensive because of the shipping and handling. Then it would took forever to get here, and then my boy hooked me up. I got this dude right away, so that is freaking awesome. But there he is, your boy Tommy the White Ranger. I'm going to give this dude a 10 out of 10. This dude is definitely going to get a 10 for me. I think this figure definitely deserves it. And I just feel like Mezco did a really great job. So a 10 out of 10. So let's go and go over these photos, see what these photos are all about. We got Tommy going against Rita and her bad guys. And one of the bad guys that Tommy will be going against is Ares, the god of war. He's come back for vengeance. And he's also Rita Repulso's girlfriend. Yes, as you'll see who she is when you see her. She's gonna be in green, even though she's Hela from Thor. And this one, she's gonna be the Rita until Mezco decides to make one, or I can find one myself from the other line from Hasbro. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the photos that you're about to see, also this review, and do you agree with me as far as saying that this White Ranger is a freaking awesome figure, or do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And now let's go ahead and look at these dope photos right here of Tommy looking for the Rangers, and he's trying to kill Ares, the god of war, because he has something to do with the disappearance of all the other Rangers. Let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, you guys, real quick, this is bonus futures right here. I forgot to do the size comparison, so let's go ahead and do that before we get into the photos. And we do have Hela from Thor Ragnarok from Mezco 112. There she is standing next to the White Ranger. And then we also have right here, we do have Morbius, brand new figure from Mezco. Awesome sleeper right there. There he is right there standing next to the White Ranger. Then we have another sleeper, probably one of Mezco's best figures right now out there, and that is your boy Solomon Kane right here. This dude's freaking dope. Still taking photos with this dude because I want my review of this guy to be epic, even though he's been out for a while now. So here he is standing next to the White Ranger as well. And you can actually do crossovers with these two as well if you want to. And then we have a Marvel Legends Captain America right here. There he is, standing right there. So, not a whole lot of size comparisons we're going to do because we already know what we're getting when it comes to Mezco 112 and also the Power Rangers. So, yes, you definitely can add in your speed, light, or whatever it's called that the other Rangers come from, the other line that makes them. I think it's Hasbro. But, man, I'm definitely going to stick with Mezco when it comes to the Power Rangers. I'm hoping for the other 5 that I'll be able to get them, and when I do, definitely will review them. And that is it for the size comparison. So let's go ahead and enjoy these dope photos of Tommy the White Ranger.